think you're getting ready.
We look good.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, Danvers. This is Mark Zubarek with Tony
How
Betancourt.
you doing, everybody? Hello, Danvers.
And we are co-hosts at the moment for the Topics of the Town News. I appreciate you being here, and please listen to the details because they get juicy.
That's for sure.
The agenda and opinions are solely by the Topics of the Town host, myself, or our guests, contributors, and
Give the 2
commentators.
cents.
The subtitle for this show, and I've used this before, is Danvers Concerned Residents Unite. Ready to retain the Danvers small town feel and culture.
We're losing it.
So I'm going to continue with my quotes that I use every so often. And this one, again, is unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. If you respect the authority and you believe in everything that they say, does not necessarily mean that you're getting the truth. So we have to question it. We have to address our issues. I bring this forward because we need and deserve strong leadership for our community. Where have all the leaders gone? Are you hear of any leaders in this town?
Not anymore.
Where are the local heroes in our society?
A lot of them has passed away, I think.
They've passed away. Our generation, my generation, is passing
too.
away by
Exactly.
every day.
It's sad.
Where are the town fathers and mothers who are elected by us, the voters? Have we misplaced our trust in our community leaders? Sometimes you wonder,
Exactly.
who is running this place?
We don't know.
Our voices are heard at public assemblies, but when it comes to taking action, we are abandoned due to the political inaction and deliberate anticipation that the complainers will get tired and go away.
Right. That's the
Our
problem.
leaders are asleep at the switch. I use this particular quote to reflect on all of the public comments that are made at the Board of Selectmen or Select Board meetings, the school committee meetings, the airport meetings,
Yes.
and all we hear is, thank you very much.
In one ear and out the other.
And they don't
That's
do
it.
anything with them.
Exactly.
And that really falls on specifically our board of selectmen or select board, because they need to address these issues and not, 2 weeks or a month
I
or 2
understand.
months later.
I'm hoping this board seems much better, Mark. I'll be honest with you. I gotta have to give them credit there. Okay, I'll be
Well-
honest with you. Okay, they seem better. I mean, we haven't seen much action yet, but they're talking good. So I'm hoping that they really help us out and put us in the right direction.
Tony, talk is cheap.
We know that.
Which and how many public comments are presented but not acted upon by our select board and other boards? Talk is cheap and answers are
Exactly,
lacking.
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
So my written content is very similar to what we're talking about. One thing that we need to understand is that political tactics and the kind of words of wisdom by Mark Twain. If we show Mark Twain's picture and his comment, no amount of evidence will ever persuade an idiot. And I hate to use this, but the idiot term has been coming on all the time.
But it's sad. It's true. That's the sad
Said,
part.
this was a quote by Mark Twain. There has been an excess of evidence regarding the issues that Danvers residents care about, and nothing is accomplished by our leaders. Why do we even have elections that never provide a majority of any board? A lot of the boards are appointed, and they're appointed by our town manager by law, but the case in our town management has been that we get new town managers. They don't know the community.
No.
They don't know who's who and what's what.
I have to say something though. This new town manager, she's trying to learn and listen. I have to give her that much credit. She's putting a lot more than Steve did when he first came on, as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
that's in my eyes, okay? I'm being honest.
We have encountered this 10 years ago. Very similar. However, I hope that Jill Cahill gets into a management style that includes everybody in our community, not just the select few.
Right. I hope what you're saying is true, and I'm hoping that she's had these meetings that she had, which Steve never did those. I'll be honest with you. And like you mentioned too, this Board of Selectmen should have been doing it, but got to give her credit. As far as I'm concerned, she did do it. She's listening. Okay. Is anything gonna happen? I don't know. I hope it does, but at least she's listening. I got to say that much.
That's fine. And the last statement that I have written on here is we need leadership with a vision for the respect of residents and the respect of residents. Not everyone is born a leader.
No question.
So our selection or our elections need to count.
Well, you see, look, everybody kind of criticizes you in a way, but you doing a phenomenal job for this town, okay? I have to thank you because you've helped me a lot, and you've helped a lot of other people a lot, okay? I'm being honest with you, okay? And you don't get the resignation that you should get, I'll be honest with you, okay? Even with me, I started off, I don't know what I was doing. I'm getting a little better. I'm still got a long way to go. But at least I feel a little more comfortable when speaking. I try to do the right thing, and I'm doing the right thing for the town of Danvers, okay? That's what I'm trying to do.
For your community
Yes.
and for your grandchildren of all
Exactly.
things, right?
Exactly.
So, our first story is a report, and this was a meeting that was held at the police station conference room, the training room. What a wonderful facility for group meetings.
I'm sorry I missed it. I
It
knew you talked about
holds
it.
it holds roughly 60 people, 70 people. We had 15 or 20 in the room. However, it was very well detailed. Those guys, whoever designed that room, had the police department in mind because they are using that as a training room
Yes.
and they're using it for the community.
Right, but remember now, also, don't forget, they were supposed to have the big dispatch center. Didn't that was supposed to go on with it?
Well,
That
that
never
is,
come to fruition, but that was an idea of that.
that has been a dispatch center issue for the last 10 years.
We were sold a bag of goods.
Well, they cannot bring the horse to water, they can't make him drink.
Right.
So what they have is they have 4 seats at the dispatch center, and we're using one basically for us.
Okay.
And they have not been able to attract other communities because
I'm not bad mouthing because there's probably reasons for it. It's probably,
well,
liability and stuff like that. That's the sad
there's
part.
parochialism going on with every community.
But when they did it, they told us this was going to be unbelievable. It was going to save us money and everything else. And it just didn't come to fruition as far as I'm concerned.
Well, let me just report on this meeting that was held
Okay, I'm
on.
sorry. I apologize.
No, that's all right. That was held on September 4th, and Danvers Concerned Citizens.
Yes, and that's a
That's
good
who
topic.
gathered in the room, and we had a agenda that was followed. But let me just give you a blurb about the action items that are coming up. After discussion and analysis of the subject agenda, the gathering concluded that the planning and zoning efforts deserve to be revisited by the Planning Board. The Planning Board is expected to conduct their annual review of issues encountered during the year that just passed. This review should address the specific density, congestion, parking, traffic, and if not addressed, may result in unintended consequences as we are beginning to feel already as a result of the 4-story high Maple Square building. Our zoning and planning deserves attention and remedy to make Danvers livable and remain a small town with a small town feel. Now, there was plenty of discussion in regards to the issues that are happening as a result of this zoning being implemented. And now what we're having is petitions, citizens' petitions, warrant articles on the town meeting. And that's right. And what we're having is issues that were not intended at the time when this was being developed. So as a result of this particular meeting of interested people, bodies,
Yes,
people.
and if I'm not mistaken, I think you had a good variety there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Okay,
there
very
was
nice people, as
There
far as
were,
I'm
there were
concerned.
young, middle-aged,
Yes.
and elderly that participated in this committee, in this interview, basically, that I conducted.
Right, and
Us-
believe me, I mean, I met some of them or whatever, and really, you have it's a good format,
A
as far as I'm
sub,
concerned.
and you know what? I recorded it on camera.
Oh, really?
However, I have not issued it yet
Okay.
because I would like to see what the results are going to be without being on camera.
Okay.
A subcommittee, action item number 1 was a subcommittee of 4 was selected, and they volunteered.
Really?
They got appointed by me.
Okay.
But they accepted, so
Oh,
that's a good sign.
That's a plus.
Who will prepare a petition to the Select Board and the Planning Board to address the immediate issues that may affect the future developments. The petition shall address the key elements of addressing the density, reducing congestion, and limiting the traffic and parking issues in the downtown area. The petition committee was volunteered to be Lauren Steves, Natalie Fiore,
Yes.
Marjorie Simpson, and Karen Nastuk. Now, Karen had some very interesting comments in regard to the survey that I introduced that was conducted back in 2017, and it was never implemented or never used because they don't have the drive to get these things implemented. All they wanted to do is get the zoning passed.
You got 4 nice names there, I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, they're
They're
very
4 nice
interesting.
people, honestly.
The citizens petitioners may consider a request or request the planning board to consider the following: current permissible density, current consequences of implementing the MBTA law, anticipated consequences of congestion of the allowed zoning, review and consider the possible relief in density, congestion, and parking requirements currently allowed by special permits or variances by the planning board actions. The planning board in the past has authorized or accepted the pleas from the developers to make changes to the zoning law.
Mark, it's just good. This is out of proportion, really. Before we used to have too much parking. Now we have, it's nothing. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Even the Liberty Mall used to, there was so many spaces there, okay? Because that's what they wanted back when it was built, right? Now they've changed the laws that, forget about the space is so tight. You put a car in there, you're gonna get the doors dented and everything else. It's ridiculous.
Well,
man.
this is something that they would consider in this petition. The built-in permissible variances and relief petitions need to be controlled by the reflection of our planning board actions. The planning board has an awful lot of power. The planning board accepted all of the zoning board actions in the past, because I remember that back in 2000s when all of the authority went to the planning board and not the zoning board of appeals, because they wanted to concentrate all of the actions for development in the planning board. However, the planning board is not using its authority. They are.
Oh, they're being railroaded by the attorneys.
Well, they
another
are,
problem,
and the reason is because they were appointed by the town manager.
That's what I was going to ask you. And now, how about the other board?
Zoning Board of Appeals is authorized by the Select Board.
Select board. So the select board does one, and the town manager does the other.
Town manager does an awful lot of them, and that's why
Right.
we're going to get into the commentary on the town charter and the town manager
Okay.
act.
That's why I think this Tuesday, I think they're going to go into that a little bit at this.
Well, that's
that's one
I
reason
will,
I think.
Well, I'll
No, okay,
I'll
I'm
get into
sorry.
it.
I'm not trying to get ahead of you. I
You're getting way ahead of me.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay. Somebody
At
is
least I'm paying
getting-
attention.
Somebody's paying attention. Planning board must reflect the majority views of our residents to preserve the local zoning development for our community. They are not elected, so they only respond to the planning board chairman or chairwoman, and then they report to the town manager. Our town manager is so new that I don't think she knows who's even on the planning board. Now, some members on the planning board have been there for 20 years.
No, yeah, I know.
And is that the proper way to administer the planning and zoning laws?
It's been like that for a long time, though, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
right.
But they almost had to die for it to get a new person in there.
Well, hopefully not.
But it seemed that way. I'll be honest with you.
And the last bullet for this petition is going to be: consider the results of surveys and petitions of our residents. So that was the result of the discussion for the first action item. The planning board members who are appointed by the town manager may not currently reflect the entire town population. So this is why we're getting such a conflicting development plan. The attorneys and developers are running the show,
Well, that's-
and not our planning board.
I'll be honest with you, it seems that way. I swear to God.
So let's leave it at that, because there's a bigger thing that's happening. Is the lack of a master plan for Danvers is definitely lacking and should be considered. The planning board even requested further information in support of the master plan for Danvers. We need one. The planning board, at the time when we made the presentations, Jim Morose, myself, and Joanne made the presentation about the warrant articles for citizens' petitions that were to reject the MBTA law. And we understand that that may never happen, but we need to tweak the requirements, because I don't think we're getting the dollars worth of
Right.
ability.
And we still don't even have the bus. Another thing. MBTA, we don't even have it.
I don't think we'll ever have
That's
one.
what I'm trying to get at. I don't know.
This is going to be similar to what's happening with Republic Trash. I don't think those guys are coming back to work until next year.
I think you're right. And it might never come back, honestly.
And what the Republic is trying to do is break the union.
Yes, I think that's what they're trying to do.
And the towns don't know what to do.
Right. Because they, I don't know, because a lot of them want to fight for the union, I think, honestly.
Yep.
That's what it
Well,
comes down to.
the one thing that I noticed, and I'm getting off track here.
No, I understand. I apologize.
Our yard waste, specifically this last time, was picked up by town employees.
Yes.
And you know what? They do a hell of a good job.
Yes.
So maybe what we should do is get out of this contract and hire our own trash pickup.
Right. You got to. Well, that's up to them to figure out if they can do it and the money. But another thing too. Now they're talking about composting. Did you hear that one already? Now.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day. They're pushing heavy now composting. They want us to start composting.
Well, if they do it at no cost, that's fine.
They're starting to sell bins already. So
Yeah. Well,
do you see what I'm getting at already? I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I mean to take
Action
you off?
item number 2 was without
Sorry.
a master plan, Denver zoning being dictated by state law, which has destroyed our identity as an independent town with local character. We need to restore our independent zoning laws and regulations. The zoning authority has been destroyed, and we need to restore our character and equity of life. Our state legislators have passed laws that want everybody to be the same. That's not why
No.
we came to Danvers.
Right.
So, our outline of the master plan is included in here.
It's almost like they're going to DEI. You know what I'm trying to get at? That's the problem.
that's
I know, but it
true.
can't be. I mean, if someone works harder, why do you have to have them supplement everybody else? It doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, the thing is that without a master plan, we don't know where this town is going.
There's no question in my mind.
And the planning department has expressed an interest in developing the master plan. However, the select board at that time, that was about 2 years ago, said nixed it because they didn't want to put the effort into it.
And I don't think we had the board for it at that point
That's
either, to be
right.
honest
We don't
with
have
you.
the board right
I
now
don't know.
unless
I'll feel more comfortable with this board than the other one, I'll be honest with you.
well, then what we need to do is encourage them.
Yes.
And that's why we're bringing up this
Right.
issue. And I want to thank Police Chief Lovell for arranging using his facility, and I'm going to ask him for additional dates because we need to meet with these individuals to get some message
Yeah.
across. So, at the same time, I have put together a citizen's petition,
Okay.
and you have one
Yeah, I got
that's
one
the
right here already.
standard.
Yeah, Stan, I'm going to walk around on.
But what I need to do this is I need to get this sent in to the Board of Selectmen as a public comment on Tuesday, September 23rd. And this
You're
is
talking already this Tuesday?
yeah.
You already got the signatures?
The signatures don't matter because we have a committee that's put this together.
Okay.
And this is to address the issues, and this is going to the planning board at the same time.
Under new business?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's what I intend to do.
Understood. I'm just
Now,
asking.
I hope that Lauren, Natalie, Marjorie, and Karen co-sign this thing because that's who the committee was, subcommittee
Got it.
was organized for.
All right.
So all of these items are on this petition. Hey, you know, all you can do is bring the horse to water. You can't make
Right,
him drink.
but the board that we have now, they are kind of receptive. I'll be honest with you. It always used to be 3-2 the other way. Now I think we got 3-2 the way we want to go. I'll be honest with you. I'm hoping for, and I'm hoping it stays that way. It should be 4-1. I'll be honest with you. That's what I'm hoping
right.
for.
That's right.
Okay.
So that's story number 1. And that was a successful meeting. However, it took me a long time to put these minutes together. But I have other
God
things,
bless you. God bless you.
other
I'm telling
things
you.
that I'm dealing with. So
God bless- I know. God bless
hopefully one of the ladies will
help you out a little bit more.
well, come together and lead on with this effort.
Wonderful.
So, story number 2,
Okay.
and we're at 32 minutes to go.
Sure.
So, middle school CRT class. Now, I have been talking about one reason why Danvers Public Schools are losing students to Essex Tech and many private schools are the programs and discipline of the education facilities. I have been talking about this subject for many, many years. However, it seems like the school committee doesn't want to listen to anything except from parents that encourage them to do things.
Yes.
Now, there are over 3,000 students in our school system. There are probably more than 3,500 families that send their kids. However, that is a rotating family involvement and doesn't involve the entire community
Right.
of Danvers. The entire community of Danvers is paying the bill through their real estate taxes, and they don't get anything in return. So the reason,
And if you watch the meetings too, there's no one shows up. That's another problem.
well,
Okay. They only show up when they have an agenda or they're looking for something. Okay.
that's right.
That's it.
The town wants to know why so many families are opting for private schools, homeschooling, Essex Tech, and one explanation is staring it right in the face, the move to teach to the state mandates because of the funding carrot. The focus of private and technical schools is outcome education, with the technical schools being in fashion now. Needless, DEI, SEL, CRT, and various other progressive developments have convinced many parents that their kids can no longer get a rigorous education. Danvers Public Schools used to be famous for the quality of education.
Yes, they were.
We are living on former laurels of providing great education. We need to restructure, and all residents, including taxpayers, need to be included in this effort. Now, I have been dealing with the issues of DEI, CRT, SEL at the school system with the superintendent and the principal at the high school. However, this week I got a middle school English, I guess this is a test.
That's middle school.
This is the middle school test. Some tips for finding main ideas. Yeah, it's an English test. But history and present day power of white privilege in the town of Danvers. We need, so what's racism? That's one of the questions here. Racism versus white privilege. I mean, are we trying to antagonize the
I think they're trying to
situation?
indoctrinate kids. It's sad.
Well, they are indoctrinating kids because if you go through this 8-page test or a review, I guess, they will call it whatever they want, but it's indoctrination. What is white privilege?
Why can't they get back to the basics?
White privilege is the power of normal. What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing today. A lot of things don't make sense today. It's terrible. They use big words to mean nothing. I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
No. These often use examples. Okay, sometimes the example used to make white privilege visible to those who have it and also are examples least demanding for people who lack it. So one of these items used examples included first aid kits have flesh-colored Band-Aids that only match the skin tone of white, fair-skinned people.
This isn't school?
This is a English class.
My God,
The
please.
products
name of the
may,
Father, of
and
the
many
Son, of the
white
Holy
people
Spirit,
need
amen.
in their hair being in the aisles labeled hair care, rather than in a smaller, separate section, ethnic hair products. Come on, people. This is being pushed on our students. White privilege as the power of benefit or of the doubt.
Let me ask you a question. Where is this coming from? Now, we have a new principal there, I believe, right?
This is coming from the English department curriculum, and it is through the principal of the middle school.
He just got hired, I think, right? I don't.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I
Yes,
don't know him. It's
he's
what I
a-
heard. I'm
He's
not.
a new one.
Is this what they're pushing?
This is just the surface of it. Now, I have talked to the superintendent, and
What's he say about it?
He denies everything. I mean, it's all part of the deal that they have to deal with. My problem is that the school department is not teaching what they want. They're teaching to the curriculum that's being sent to them from the state Department of Education. I have in the back of my truck pile of envelopes that dictate to our administration and to our teachers of what the curriculum should be. I've asked the question, what are we having 6 or 7 curriculum directors which are over and above the teaching staff?
Right, they get the big bucks.
And they get the big bucks, and now they're teaching to the directive of the State Department of Education. So, instead of stamping out inequities, CRT, DEI, SEL create new issues and further the inequities. The current crop of students and parents are enrolling their children in out-of-school tutorial programs which contribute to the working of the private schools. The only way to do is to stop letting the equity industrial complex. Now, this is the special education. This is the consultants that are hired by the different school departments, but they all concentrate everything to the Board of Education in the state of Massachusetts. The equity industrial complex of consultants and ideologues define the town options. They're rooted in an ideology that favors equity over achievement. Teachers' union compliance with the state laws, and every time you talk to the administration, we have to follow the law. Well, then why the heck do we have you there for? So, it will take more than updating the curriculum for Danvers to regain the trust of families that are fleeing the system. It will take renouncing bad ideas that damaged it in the first place. School administrators must reform our education system. The education system must return to the basics and refrain from the consultant-led innovations that are not needed. So the issues that we have in front of us are the creation of our Board of Education, secondary education, primary education. It doesn't matter. They're indoctrinating our kids into racism, into inequities, and DEI has taken over the hiring of our teachers as well.
That's another problem.
So, I just wanted to bring
Does the
this.
school committee have any forte in this? Can they have any power with this?
Well, look at the
I'm just curious.
composition of the school committee. The people that wanted to make changes have decided not to run 2 years ago. Now we have a compliant school committee
It's like they go along with everything,
that
basically.
rubber stamps everything that
that's what
the
it-
state law prescribes.
But that's not a good. It's not a good alternative.
Well, nobody pushes back. Nobody reflects on the fact that this is a Danvers school system.
We should be able to do what we want. Teach our kids the way we want.
Well,
Should be that way, shouldn't it?
that's the dilemma.
That's why we have a school committee. Well, they don't get paid. I know that. It's another situation. But then we have, I don't know, we got the superintendent, I guess, and I don't know.
Well, the superintendent had just got a hefty increase in his salary,
I didn't know that.
in his evaluation,
Oh, okay.
and he's doing such a great job. The one thing that I have stated in the beginning when I went to their meetings is that their focus is on special education and not on the entire school system.
That I agree with, and that's where all the money is. They're trying to watch it, but they keep spending it.
That's right. And they are afraid of getting sued. That's the problem.
That's another problem, yes.
But they have to stand up and be counted someday. So, Ben, if you can put up the town seal, that is very appropriate, not just for the select board, but the school committee as well.
Right.
The town of Danvers was incorporated in 1757, and we have the town meeting as the purest of all democracies, the strongest of all citadels of our civil liberty.
But we're losing it.
The town meeting, the town meeting was very much discussed in the evaluation of the town charter and
Yes, it
town
was.
manager
Yes.
act, and what they wanted to do is reduce the number of people that participate.
I did hear that too.
And the thing is, what they should do is encourage the elected town meeting members to participate in the development of the budget, the policies and procedures. And they are meeting one time a year just before the town meeting. They have no idea what
I know. I've always said
about.
that, but I don't know why town meeting doesn't meet ahead of time to discuss something, get a format going. It can't be done. Is that what it is, or can it be
Can
done?
be done.
Is it some? Do you know what I'm
Each
saying?
precinct can have their own organizational meeting
You can do
and
that.
discuss. Yes, we used to do that
Well,
back
then
in the 90s.
It should be done. I don't know why they don't do it now.
Well, because nobody has time or
It's true, but I mean,
courage to do it.
what's happening? We need something like this.
Well, I just want to reflect on what's going on in our federal, in our national circumstances. Charlie Kirk was a very outspoken,
And look what happened to the poor man.
and what I have been saying for years in our community of Danvers, people are afraid to express their views because they do not know what kind of a response they'll get from our elected officials and our community.
I agree with that.
So fear has taken over our expression of First Amendment rights and participation in our government. So what our community wants to be is locked up in their bedroom. Don't bother me. I am able to take care of myself. But that's not true. You need to get involved. So, story number 3, town news, selection of the day. Well, what I'm going to say about this, about that, Danvers residents are not the only ones who are appealing the MBTA law and in general local zoning laws. I have a list of 47 action items
Does
or
that-
citizens' petitions to the state legislature. And some of them are being approved recently because they have to go through a process of whether the legislature will pass a law or address this particular issue, or they have to go to a referendum at the next election. But if you look at this, I mean, it has a lot of different issues, marijuana issues,
I can't believe they legalized that stuff.
water and nature issues, reduction of burden of sales and use taxes. The ones that I have identified is repeal MBTA zoning, preserving local control of zoning, prevent overdevelopment, reforming the zoning process itself. I think those kinds of petitions make sense for the town of Danvers because we are being wiped out from controlling our own destiny because our legislators feel that it's a better deal for us if they think for us instead of us doing our own
They're trying
thinking.
to push us the way they want us to go, and someone's getting rich. It's not us.
One of the
That's the sad part.
one of the significant issues that I'm looking at here is utility billing. What the hell is the legislature going to do with utility billing?
They're trying to get more money out of us.
No, they're trying to control the utilities. And what they don't realize is that they put in these regulations on the utilities, and that's what's driving the
Right.
price.
Instead of making it better, it makes it worse.
That's right. So, brief discussion on the planning board. Many issues with density, congestion, and parking. We need a parking garage, and it should be located at Hobart Street and Cherry Fish Market parking lot.
I think you're right there, but that's going to be a fight.
Well,
That piece of property has been a fight for a long time. You know
that piece of property is Danvers public property now. It is no longer owned by the church or the Cherry Fish
Where did you get
market.
that from?
That is, they contributed to acquiring that piece of property.
Right.
However,
I thought
that property is public property.
even the Cherry. I thought Cherry Street had a section of it.
Cherry Fish Market has negotiated a special deal for themselves.
Okay. What
Where
was that?
they have rented or leased the MBTA property that's in front of their store, which I think it has like 30 parking spots.
I noticed there's like a
Yeah,
facing the building
which
right
is
there.
fine. But don't tell us that whatever you contributed,
But wait a minute. Now, can anybody park there, or only if you're going to Cherry Street?
that one is Cherry Fish Market.
Okay,
Cherry
so he can
Street.
have them towed if someone parks there.
I
and not
guess
going
he
to
can.
I'm not
I
being funny.
don't think he's going to tow
Oh, I know.
customers.
Yeah, well, because he doesn't know. I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm just trying. But I thought that was so. The church has no more control of it then.
The church never had any control after they made the donation.
Okay, they gave a good donation.
Yes, they did. They participated in funding this acquisition of MBTA property. And now even the railroad warehouse that's up there,
Right. They're gonna knock that down.
that's what it sounds like.
They're not. They weren't supposed to. Not in the way it was supposed to before. I know.
It's
That's just
supposed-
it. They sell you a bill of goods. I know.
Things happen in years
I know.
past.
I know.
So, what I have suggested, and I don't know if anybody's going to bite, but to resolve the parking issues on that end of the town, we need to do two things. We need to build a 3-story parking garage, and that may be funded by the developers because they should be tapped for the funding of that garage. And also, like Gardner Trask mentioned at his last meeting, Maple Street coming off of 62 should be made one way to come in and If you want to go the other way, you go down. What is it?
You're talking about oh God, please no.
Yeah. Now I forget.
I know.
But it's not Hobart.
No, it's not. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's going the other way onto 62,
Right.
and that makes for once, Gardner Trask is making sense.
You know what? You know why? Stop and think here. We're doing so many things in this town that's not working. Okay. Now, right at that intersection you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
A truck has knocked the light pole down. I think it just knocked it down again the other day. Okay, I think it's about 4 or 5 times already. Okay, there's a problem there.
Yeah, I know.
Do you see what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? You want to add some another problem?
Well, the thing is, if they make it one way, I think it's the only thing that makes sense.
It does make sense, but
And it's got to be one way going towards.
so if you want to go to
Beverly.
62, you're gonna have to.
Come around the fire station and go back to what's that main 62?
I'm trying to think. I know it got me thinking now. I can't even. I'm telling you right now.
It's not
drawing a
Maple
blank.
Street.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
It's off Maple Street.
so
going
we
through.
have 2 issues that can solve.
Do you know what it's gonna be like at those lights? It's gonna be backed up. It doesn't
It's
make
already backed up.
I know. That's the problem.
So
There's too many problems here.
Why are we
Build
pursuing?
them. I know. Why we build them more and more?
That's right.
That's the
So
problem.
we need a 3-story, 300-car space garage on the existing Hobart Street parking lot.
You know what might not be a bad idea? Have a private party buy it and make money off it and take care of it.
Oh, wait. I have been encountering
The reason why I'm saying that is
parking meters and parking fees in Beverly and Salem.
yes, they have them
and-
everywhere. I don't
And
care where
all
you go.
they have is they're just waiting for the okay in the town of Danvers.
You think that's what they're trying to do?
Of course, they should not be doing that.
You know what's going to happen? I don't think so either, because what happens is they have to hire more people, more waste. At the end, I'm telling you, somehow it doesn't smell right.
Well, somebody's going to make some money.
Well, exactly.
But
It's never
so-
the taxpayer.
The solution is there, and the parking lot is there. All they have to do is build a 2nd and 3rd story.
Right, but you want the town taking care of it.
I don't think the town would take care of it
That's what I'm
unless
saying.
they impose a garage fee.
Yes.
And they are already talking about the parking lot behind Brothers
Okay.
and the one down by Murphy's Fruit Market.
Okay.
Or
Lions parking lot.
yeah. But what they're talking about is providing space at a cost to the employees where they can park in those lots on the back side.
They want the employees right now, from what I understand, to park at the Hobart Street lot. That's what they keep encouraging, right?
They have a parking lot next to the town hall, across the street from
Right,
the town
but
hall.
a lot of people don't want to walk that far.
And what they're allowing that to become is a contractor
Yes, contractors, yeah.
parking area.
A lot of trucks.
and a big rig that's sitting there all the
Yes,
time.
yes,
What
yes.
gives them the privilege of using that parking lot? They use that for 6 or 7 spaces.
Maybe they're paying. We don't know about it.
Well,
We don't know.
it's a side deal then.
Could be. You never know.
Okay, so let's move on. So
Sad to say, it could be.
that is an option that we should
Right.
consider. And this is what should be brought into the planning board meetings, because there is a solution if they want to accept it. DEI. I have been preaching DEI
It's not a good thing.
to abandon it
Right,
because
definitely.
the director resigned the day the town manager resigned.
I hope they do not bring that position back.
Well,
Take that money and put it to good use.
I think we need to have one of your petitions
Not a problem.
to
exactly, not a problem.
eliminate the DEI position.
You think you actually need a petition for it?
Oh, I don't know. The town manager is the one that hires them, and they have not said no. They said that it's in the budget, so they'll consider it.
But baloney. Take that money and put it to good use.
There you go. Trash contract, like we talked about it already.
Yes.
The one thing that we haven't talked about is DEI mission statement, Danvers' very own. The Danvers Human Rights and Inclusion Committee is a cohesive task force against anti-Semitism, homophobia, intolerance, racism, sexism, and bigotry. We partner with police, school, we partner with the town. The thing is that they want to specifically identify the police and fire and administration and create positive atmosphere. We have had a community relations, or David McKenna has been involved in this organization
Yes, he has.
for years. And the thing is, what are we trying to do? Introduce another manager in our organization?
I know. I mean, not to be funny. I mean,
So DEI should go away, just like it's
the
going.
position should go away for sure.
They
as far as
should-
I'm concerned, take that money and put it to good use. That's over $100,000.
Well, I bet you it's over $200,000.
You could be right, but I'm not 100% sure.
Because they have administrative needs and they have
okay.
local
if that's
office
the case,
needs.
please, we need it in this town.
So, okay, so what we'll do is we'll do that. One thing that I want to address, and we won't get through the whole thing, but the hangar building
I heard they're starting to go.
permit, they have obtained the permit.
Yes.
However, that permit can be and will be appealed.
Okay.
And the thing is that if they do any work out there within the next, within 45 days after the award of the permit, it can be appealed, and they do it at their own risk.
Oh, really?
So the issues with the permit is not that it's a building, it's the safety systems that have not been utilized to prevent catastrophic damage
Yes.
to the hangar itself, to the pumping station of the fuel, jet fuel, and to the community surrounding the
The airport.
hazardous facility that they're putting in place.
Yes.
So what they're relying on is the water supply from Danvers,
Right.
the fire department from Danvers, and they don't want to install the foam system, which will be the only thing that can put out a fire of that caliber. So
They're putting us in danger, basically, what it comes down to.
that's exactly right, and they're putting our fire department in danger.
Yes. And our fire department does too much for them already. That's why I'm very upset about that.
Well,
Okay? I swear to God, our fire department does more for that airport than the fire department from Beverly. Okay? I swear to God.
Well, Beverly doesn't even go out there because
No,
it's not on
sometimes
their
they don't.
side of the airport. They have already incurred a plume of fuel, jet fuel, that went into the ground and it's flowing to wherever it may go into the water system, water aquifer
Exactly.
that we have underneath. We will go into the Beverly Airport in more detail on the next show.
Okay.
But the one thing that I wanted to bring up is that on September 23rd, Select Board meeting.
They were supposed to come in front of the board, but they,
Well, no, forget about that. That's okay. They will not come because they don't understand what is really happening at their airport. However, what I wanted to do is on the September 23rd is going to be the initial presentation of the town charter review.
yes.
And that town charter review report is very detailed, but it does not address the specific issues why this airport was what this town charter review was intended to accomplish.
Exactly. That's gonna take a long time down.
Well,
But it should. I mean,
it's
that's
gonna
the reason being.
it's gonna take months, because they're going to have that at their meetings as an action item to review portions of it.
Is that what they're gonna do? But I don't know if that's. I don't know. Sometimes maybe you should do the whole thing all at once. I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's not my business. But I'm just
No,
saying.
I think that's a dumb way of doing it. Here's what they're going to do.
Okay.
They're going to address the issues on specific dates, and
Oh,
what
okay.
we need to. The one thing that I don't understand.
This is going all the way out to February.
Yeah.
Oh, the special town meeting's in February.
Yeah, the special, and I don't think it's going to happen, because I don't think they'll get through, because there are contested issues that are being addressed, and I have spelled that out. So next show, which will be 2 weeks, we will address some specific issues on the town charter.
Okay.
And those have been discussed by us many times, but the town meeting, Article 7, instructs the town moderator to appoint a committee to conduct this review, and that was done. Town moderator appointed a committee the committee must first understand and digest the current town charter and the associated bylaws currently on the books. And what I've noticed, and I've expressed this at many different meetings, especially at the Danvers Concerned residents, that the committee was not aware of how this government really works. So we're running out of time, but this is something that we'll take on as our first issue on the next show.
Sounds good. In the airport, we have to. They're gonna be coming in front of the boards sometime in October. We don't know yet, so we'll have to. I'm gonna go out and get some petition. I'll be honest with you.
We'll
I'm gonna
get
go out and
ready.
Get signatures and go walk the whole precinct and get some petitions and stuff like that. Get people aware of what's going on.
Well, Danvers, thank you for listening, and
Thank you very much
for
for having me on the show.
being with us. We have a lot of things to talk about, but we will continue this show.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night, Danvers.
Danvers.
Good afternoon. Good morning, whatever time it is.
If you got it in. Thank you.